Welcome to the Wisdom Rising podcast. I'm your host, Lama Tsultrim Allione, and my goal with this podcast is really to open your own wisdom, to have your own wisdom rising, either through the meditations that I lead or introduce you to, or to the people that I interview that bring wisdom with them in their own voice, in their own traditions. So we look forward to raising our wisdom together on the Wisdom Rising podcast, and I'm so happy to share this with you. So I think to begin with, I'll lead a meditation so that we can all drop in together a little bit and touch each other and think about mothers and the Great Mother. So let's begin by raising bodhicitta, and that's the intention to be together for the benefit of all beings everywhere. And I think with bodhicitta, it's really important to actually feel this from your heart, not just have the theory of it. The real desire to really benefit every being you can possibly help. Thank you. And so for our meditation, I thought we'd begin. I'm just going to have my eyes closed during this time to drop in myself a little more than when I'm looking at myself on the camera. So let's feel into the Great Mother. The Great Mother is the ground of being itself. The pure potential from which everything arises, formless, but cognizant, imbued with awareness. This is the true nature of all beings. So let's take a moment and feel into the Great Mother. Vast, limitlessly vast. No center, no fringe. The reason it's called Mother, Great Mother, is it has potentiality. It has the potential of all appearances within it. And yet in itself is not something that you can see or really even depict, although it is depicted iconographically as a naked female figure, usually either dark blue or white, representing space. Really feel this as your ground. The ground of your being is this open awareness. Feel how all beings partake of this. And this is something we can take refuge in, we can drop into at any moment. And as soon as your mind wants to fixate on something, to make something, just look directly at that thought, turn toward it, and it liberates into vastness. This is called the feminine principle. Then out of this manifests all phenomena. So maybe now take a moment and open your eyes and look around to your surroundings. And recognize that whatever you're seeing or hearing, perceiving, is the radiance or the display of that pure potential. The grounded being, the Great Mother. This is all of her children, what she's given birth to. It's really the radiance of the ground, or the luminosity expressing itself in form, and yet still inseparable from the ground. This is the Nirmanakaya dimension of physical reality. And then there's the Sambhogakaya aspect of the feminine, which is actually in the dimension of luminosity. It's not in this dimension that we perceive with our senses. It's a more refined energy that is just pure luminosity. What we perceive has been solidified into elements, densified because of impure perception. We see it as something. The Sambhogakaya dimension is a dimension of light. And it's in the Sambhogakaya that we have Tara, female Buddha of compassion. And we have the Dakinis, the embodiments of wisdom. So those beings are present always, but we don't see them with our senses. But we can tune into them. So let's maybe close our eyes again a moment. You can also do it with your eyes open. Feel into that higher frequency of energy of Sambhogakaya. Those beings like green Tara, Brahmanakma, the black Dakini, black Dakini. And the male deities are also there in the Sambhogakaya. All the female deities, many. Vajrayana, Machig Labdrön, Tara, all the 21 Tara, lion-headed Dakinis. Those energies. So really we have the three Kaya manifestation of the feminine, the grounded being, Dharmakaya, open, formless, vast. And we have this luminosity of Sambhogakaya, and then what we perceive in Nirmanakaya. And we have humans that are embodiments of Dakinis or other kinds of female energies. But it's said in the Tantric tradition that all women should be seen as Dakinis. And it's a 14th root downfall of the Tantric vows to not perceive them that way. So let's take a moment and think about all the females in your life, women, girls, so on, all ages, and feel them as embodiments of wisdom, the wisdom of the feminine. Dakinis. The Dakinis move through space and bring the message of emptiness. So let's come back in a moment. Now, ending our meditation, we'll dedicate the merit of tuning into the three levels of the feminine. Dedicating the merit of that to all beings. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being with us for this Wisdom Rising podcast. May it benefit all beings. And I'd like to take a moment to thank the production team of Wisdom Rising, and also to let you know that if you would like further information on my work or the associated people who work with Tara Mandala, you can reach out to the Tara Mandala website, TaraMandala.org. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe.